Welcome back. So let's begin with thinking about how childcare businesses differ from one another, right? I'm sure that there's a lot of childcare businesses in your area, but how are they really different from each other? I'm going to walk you through 4 areas that, childcare businesses tend to be different from one another. And then we're going to dive deeper into the 6-step framework so that you know exactly what you have to do in order to clarify your offer, in order to get real clear on, how you fill in the gap in your community and, really stand out, like make your program stand out. So one of the areas that, daycare is different or childcare business is different from one another is with their services. Okay, so this could be their menu, it could be the hours of operation, it could be the activities that they offer, it could be the extra snacks in the morning, it could be maybe they have bus service, right? So these are just those little extras that childcare businesses offer, right? Not every childcare business offers, let's say, extended hours, for example, or a bus service to go pick up the kids after, when in the morning and then drop them off in the afternoon, right? These are not things that every childcare business offers, right? So this is just one area that childcare businesses differ from one another. But what's another area? The other area that I have seen in my experience is the program, the curriculum, right? The activities, the things that the kids are experiencing, the educational approach, like really just the foundational program, what everything is based on, okay? And this is something that obviously is very different. When you're researching daycares in your area, you're going to start seeing that even though there may be like 1 or 2 Montessori daycares in the area, the way they run things, their services and everything else is very different, right? Maybe they're using the same approach, but it's not necessarily implemented the same way, okay? So program, maybe you're doing a Reggio program, maybe it's Montessori, maybe it's high scope, maybe it's something that you developed yourself and you're super proud of. Maybe you bought a curriculum from someone on the internet that sells like a monthly curriculum that you buy and that you really enjoy and you implement. Maybe it's project based, right? Whatever the curriculum is, it usually differs from one daycare to the next. And again, if 2 daycares, for example, are saying, well, we do Mother Goose curriculum, for example, where the way they implement that is very, very different, okay? Another area that daycares differ from one another is with their mission and their vision statements, okay? So mission and vision. Now, this is huge for any business, right? Having a clear vision statement, knowing exactly where you want to be in 5, 10, 20 years, understanding what the bigger picture is, and then knowing how you're going to get there, right? So the vision is the bigger picture, and then the mission is really just the baby steps of how you're going to get there. And unfortunately, when I'm doing audits inside my marketing agency, what I see is that a lot of this is usually just written real quickly. A lot of it sometimes is just missing altogether, like there's no clear vision statement or there's no clear mission statement. And again, you don't have to be a huge franchise to have one of these on your website. You should have, if you have a business, you should have some type of vision statement and mission statement as well. A lot of the times what I see is childcare business owners are copying and pasting other people's vision statements and mission statements. So because they just don't know what to write, they don't even know if it's important. It's brand new to them, and they just rather not deal with it. So don't be like that. Take the time. If you're running a program and you don't have a clear vision statement inside your policy handbook on your website, if you don't have a clear mission statement, it's really important that you actually just sit down and write something that means something, that aligns with your values and your belief system, and your educational program as well. So this is definitely one of those things that makes daycare centers and childcare businesses really different from one another, is having a clear vision statement, and actually knowing exactly through their mission how they're going to achieve that vision, okay? And lastly, with their values, okay? Values, beliefs, right? So this is another area that is super important for you to be really, really clear on when you're putting all this together on your website, in your policy handbooks, okay? When you're sharing this with your team. the values of the business, and your belief system, right? What do you believe in as a team? What is your personal philosophy when it comes to early childhood education? If you don't have this yet, or you just don't know what to write, I don't want you to panic. You just do some basic research online, and you just read, take some examples from other childcare businesses and read what they've written on their websites, and then create something that's really inspiring to you, but not only inspiring to you, something that you truly believe in that you can implement, right? Same thing with your values, right? If you are saying things like, every child is unique, and we value parent participation, and we value humor, right? Well, those things have to be found inside your curriculum, in your program, how you hire your staff, right? All these things are, they're interrelated. Like, everything really just works well together, but you have to have some type of values and belief system that is super clear, that anyone that signs up their kids in your program, or anyone that you hire in your team, well, they know and they agree with them and they're excited about it. Okay, so these are just 4 areas that childcare businesses different from one another. I just wanted to mention that before we dive into the meat and potatoes of the training, because a lot of the times when I am sharing with clients, well, what makes you special, what do you offer that someone else isn't, a lot of the times a lot of childcare directors have a hard time figuring out, well, how can we stand out? I mean, every daycare, every Montessori daycare is the same, or every, Reggio Emilia daycare is the same, and they're not, right? So I just showed you 4 ways that childcare businesses differ from one another. And now it's really time to dive deeper into how you differ and how you are going to make sure you stand out from your local competitors. So the first thing in the 6-step framework is your competition, right? So how are you going to do this? How are you going to make sure you stand out from your competitors? The first step is doing some simple market research on your competition, okay? And this is really fun to do, because all you need is Google and some time on your hands. You're going to open up the worksheet that's included with this module, and you're going to Google your local competitors. That's all you're going to do. You're going to Google other businesses that are in your area, and you're going to pull out maybe 10 or 15 of your local competitors. Now, after you do that, what I want you to do is I want you to open up the sheet that's provided underneath this video, and I want you to write them down, okay? And then I have broken that down. As you'll see, it's like a little chart like this, right? And then you're going to start tracking. You're going to start collecting data, right? So you're going to go on their website. You're going to go on their social media. You're going to look at their services. You're going to look at their program. You're going to look at their hours of operation, and you're going to start filling out this table right here, the sheet right here, and you're going to start to see, okay, well, they're offering this, or they're not offering that, and you're going to start to see what's missing in the area, right? If everyone is offering the same thing, what can you offer that's going to make you special, right? If no one is offering, for example, a bilingual program, or I don't know, extra meals or extended hours, is that something that you can provide, right? So this is really just to get your creative juices flowing and to really get you thinking of what's out there, what's in the marketplace right now in my area, what are my competitors, right? We start here. What are my competitors already offering, and what can I do that's different, or that takes it up a notch or up levels them, right? And it really starts here. So we're going to be researching their social media platforms. You're going to go on their Facebook business pages, their Instagram accounts, and you're going to start tracking, do they go live every week? If they do, what do they talk about? Do they go live alone? Do they go live with somebody else in the area? How many times do they post? What types of posts are they posting? Are people commenting? Are they liking? Are they sharing? Are they getting questions underneath their posts? What does that look like? You're going to go on their Facebook business page and do the same thing. You're going to do an audit. You're going to start snooping around, and you're going to start collecting data. You're going to go on their website. On their website, you should be able to get a lot of information, like their services, what they're offering, educational program, their curriculum. Maybe they'll have like a daily schedule. Like, these are all things that give you a nice snapshot of what's going on in the programs. And once you do that, if you're feeling brave and you feel like you didn't get enough information, because, just to mention that a lot of your local competitors, maybe some of them don't have a website, and a lot of them may have a website, but maybe it was something that just put together real quickly and it hasn't been updated in like 10 years, right? So don't be surprised if you come across that. So what you can do in that point is, if you're feeling really brave, you can just pick up the phone and just call them and ask the questions, right? Pretend you're a parent and just start talking about, asking them the questions, talking about their program, their opening hours, their services, and all that fun stuff, and then just track everything down. The second way you're going to do this is after you have researched your competitors and you feel confident going forward, like, okay, I got a good idea, I understand what everyone's offering, and I got some ideas on what I can offer. The next step is to really just, focus locally. And what I mean by that is reach out to local families in the area that already living there, that have little kids, that you can survey, you can ask questions, right? So you can do this with your existing clients, right? So let's say you have a few clients in your childcare business right now, or you've had like a few that have already graduated. You can either email them or call them on the phone or email them a survey and just ask them the questions. Like, what do you think is missing in terms of childcare in our area? In terms of services, what would you like to see? Extracurricular activities, little extras and bonuses. What would you love to see when you brought your child in childcare, let's say tomorrow in the daycare? What would you love to see? What would really up-level your experience in that daycare? And just listen to what they say. Again, now we're collecting data. This is market research. We're just collecting everything that our ideal clients, right, moms and dads that are local to us, and they're going to be sharing a lot of stuff, right? This is golden. So you have to make sure that you're listening and that you're tracking. Start with the clients in your care, but then after that, we want to take it a step further, right? Because we're real serious about making sure we know where we fill in the gap, and we're real serious about perfecting our offer, right? Like, we really want to stand out right now. So you're going to go on Facebook and you're going to join some local groups, right? I'm pretty sure you probably have at least a couple of groups in your area that are filled with parents or moms asking questions about all sorts of stuff, like from where can I find a dentist to where can I find a cake for my son's birthday, right? We all have those types of groups. So you can join these Facebook groups as your Facebook business page, so you don't have to join them personally. Sometimes they allow your page to join, and then you can just ask. You can ask the admin, can I survey your members? I'm not selling anything, I'm just doing some market research. And just ask the question. They might say yes, they might say no. You can also create a post inside the Facebook group and just ask, like, who would be willing to answer a few questions. I'm doing some basic market research on childcare and preschool and services we can offer, or services that are missing in our area, right? And you'll see some parents are going to say sure, some may not, but that's fine. So as long as people are raising their hand and saying yes, send them out the survey. Use SurveyMonkey or Google Forms. Put something together. Doesn't take a lot of time and it's totally free to do. And then you could just either send it to them privately or just comment it underneath their reply. That's all you have to do. And then you have to do what's really important, which is open everything up and track everything. Put everything inside a document and make sure you're really just listening and you're reading all these, all these things that these parents have to say. Who better to ask for what's missing in the community than moms and dads of kids that are under 5 or 6 years old? I mean, right? These are our ideal clients. This is who you want to be working with. This is who you are serving. So who better to ask than them, right? So that's another way you can really get super clear on what your community wants. So once you've gathered all that data, you should start seeing a few things, a few services that you can possibly offer. Maybe what you're offering right now, no one else is offering. So that's, encouraging you, and that, oh, no one is offering this special thing. So that really sets me apart. But what else can I do? What else can I add to that? And what else isn't offered, especially, through my competitors or myself, that I know for a fact after having done my research with, my existing clients and inside the Facebook group, that parents have told me that sounds amazing. Like, I would love to have something like that, right? And then just start thinking about things that you can put together. The next thing you want to do is you want to start thinking about, okay, you want to start taking some decisions right here, okay? So this is decision time. And obviously this is not carved in stone. You can always go back and edit this. But this is where you pull out all the data, you put it down on paper, you open up your Google Docs, and you just look, okay, what's missing, what's not missing, what can I offer, what is really practical that I can really just offer like as soon as possible, what's gonna take a little bit more time, what's feasible, right? And just put something together. And by now you should have at least 5 things, 5 ideas, 5 ways that you are filling the gap already, or that you can add so that you can have 5 unique cells, 5 things that make your program different from the rest. You may already have something here and here, but you're missing 3, right? So you get to work, you do the research, you look at the survey forms, you look at your competitors' cheat sheet, and you think, okay, well, nobody's offering this and nobody's offering this, and I know for a fact it's needed, so you add it on your list, right? So now you have 5 things that you know make your program stand out from your competitors. The next thing you want to think about when you're thinking of perfecting your offer and really making sure your program stands out locally is looking at your vision and your mission statement, okay? And just if you already have this and it's just A1 and it's just real quality and it aligns with everything you believe in, awesome. But if you have just tweaked your services, if you have just revamped or rebranded what your offer is, then chances are that you'll have to change this a bit, and that's fine. I've included a few ideas inside the workbook and a few prompts to kind of help you and to help guide you in writing this if you don't have this already. But this is just one of those things that you'll want to go back and look at when you are just perfecting your offer, right? Because this also is going to set you apart, your vision and the mission behind it. Like why are you doing what you're doing, right? What makes your program amazing, and where do you see your program in 10 years, and how do you plan on getting there, okay? So the other thing that you want to look at after you've decided on your 5 unique sells and you know exactly like where you fill in the gap is I want you to revisit your vision, your values, your belief system, all that good stuff, because if you have made some changes in your offer, chances are that you'll have to revamp this, and that's fine, right? It's easy to do. But if you feel as though it really aligns with your offer and everything has a nice flow to it, then you just don't have to borrow it and skip to the other step of the framework. But I just wanted to mention this because chances are if you have revamped your branding, or there's something new that you added, or you just kind of, you have a new perspective or a new angle that you want to present to your local moms and dads, then this is going to have to change so it can align with that, okay? So just keep that in mind. The other thing that you want to look at when you are branding your offer and you are making sure that you want to stand out is your tagline, okay? So this is real fun. It's real fun to put together. So this is basically something that's going to differentiate you from your competitors. It's something catchy, something memorable, something that you add like underneath, let's say your logo is here, right? It's just like a line that you can be known for, right? Something that is catchy, something when someone hears it, they can't get it out of their mind, okay? And something that reflects your vision, your mission statement, and obviously your offer. I gave you a few examples inside the document included with this class just so you could get some idea. I pulled out some of my favorites after doing some research online. I researched popular taglines for child care centers and preschool programs. There are a few that have really cute taglines. Obviously I don't want you to copy, but I just want you to get inspired. People have taken the time to do this. This is a real deal. This is a real thing, right? So no matter how small your business is, you can have a tagline that's memorable, that's unique, that's catchy, that really just sets you apart. And it's something that you can add on your website, on your letterheads, on your business card, or all your marketing material, when you're posting online on social media, when you're going live, when you start creating Facebook ads, right? This is something that you can definitely use and be known for, okay? So that's the other thing I want you to think about. And the last step of the framework, which is also real important, is coming up with your initial pitch. Okay, so we are going to perfect this later on in the program. But start thinking about your business and how you would sell it if you had to, let's say you were in an elevator and you had 60 seconds to sell a mom and dad that was in the elevator with you on your program. How would you sell them your services, right? Now that you know where you stand out and everything is super clear in your mind, well, this should be easier. So under 60 seconds, I'm going to encourage you to write your own sales pitch. Now, I know you're probably thinking, I'm not a salesperson. What is she talking about? We're not selling used cars here. And I know that you're not. But, you have to get out of that mindset, right? If you're selling, whether you're selling cars or lamps or candles or some type of service, you're still selling something. You still have to have some type of pitch to be able to get someone to say, yes, enroll my child, right? Obviously. So the faster you get that out of your mind, like I'm not a seller, I don't like selling, it's sleazy, the easier it's going to be for you to put an amazing tour process together. If you're approaching everything with, oh my gosh, they're going to ask me how much tuition is, and oh my gosh, I don't know what to say, and it's too much, maybe I should give them a discount. And people feel that. No, when you're selling something, it's because you know what you're offering, right? Your unique 5 sells, the offer, this thing that you want to sell them, your program, your services, you know that it's exceptional. You know that you're offering quality. You know that you are, giving them a place in your program, and the child is going to get so many amazing things added to their life, something valuable in exchange of money, right? But you have to really come from that place. Like what I'm selling you right now is going to be something so amazing that your child is going to come home every day and talk to you about, and they're going to share about their day, and they're going to be so excited to come back the next day. Like that's what I'm selling to you right now. You really have to come off like that. If you're coming off like, oh my gosh, I don't know, and you're not looking anybody in the face and you're looking down, well, no one's going to buy anything from you. No one's going to sign up. The people are going to think you're a weirdo. No one's going to sign up their kids in your program. But if you really position yourself in a place of authority, like you're the expert, you stand by your brand, you stand by your program, you have all these amazing things in place, and you know that if they say no, they're crazy, because they would be crazy not to enroll in your program, then parents are going to start becoming more attracted to your offer and to your program, and really just they're going to want their kids to be in your program, because they're going to perceive the value of what you offer is fair for the tuition that you are charging. So, get out of that mindset. You are a seller, you're a business person, you're a business owner. So obviously if you're a business owner, it's because you want to sell. You have something to sell, right? So get out of that mindset. So let's just recap real quickly, okay? The 6-step framework, and putting your offer together and really perfecting it and knowing exactly how to position yourself so you're different from your competitors. First, you're going to do your market research when it comes to your competition, right? You're going to go snoop on their platforms, on their websites. You're going to get all that inside the document that you have access to. After, you're going to hit the local audience, right? And you're going to go exactly where your local moms and dads are hanging out. First, you're going to ask the moms and dads in your business already, in your program. You may want to reach out to past clients, but then you're going to target Facebook groups, and you're going to join in these groups, and you're going to survey the clients and ask them exactly what they feel is needed in the community in terms of childcare and services. The other thing after that, you're going to start really just focusing more in, right? You're going to start deciding on your 5 unique sells. 5. So if you can have more than 5, amazing, right? If you can have more, amazing, but have at least 5 things that make your program stand out, 5 things that other people are not offering, 5 ways you bridge the gap, or you stand out from local competition. Okay, after that, you're going to tackle your values, your mission statement, and you're going to make sure that all this aligns with what you came up with over here, right? Everything needs to align. So if you feel like it already aligns and you're good, you don't have to touch it. But if you feel, now that I added this, or now that we tweaked that, I feel like we're rebranding, we're giving it a new spin, a new angle, I might have to adjust this. Just do the work and just adjust it right now. After that, you're going to come with an awesome tagline that is memorable, that's cute, that is really going to set you apart from competitors, that you are going to make sure when people hear it, they know, they're talking about your program. So you're going to make sure you're communicating this in your videos, social media content, and your ads. And lastly, you're going to come up with a 60-second sales pitch that is going to make sure in under 60 seconds, someone is hooked in and they're really just interested in knowing more about your program. Okay? So once you see this, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, like I have to do all of this, Christina, like I don't know how to do this, or is this going to help me? This looks like a lot of work. And this is what I want to tell you. The way we market things, anything, whether it's a service or a product, now in today's world has changed drastically. Promoting and hoping and waiting that someone sees my flyer, on the bulletin board, the grocery store, does not work anymore. So we need to get out of that mindset. You invested in this program. You hired me as your marketing coach because you know you need to do something different in order to be able to, boost visibility and increase traffic to your program. So this is what's working right now. You have to make sure that you are positioning yourself on a whole other level. The way we market has definitely changed. So the fact that you invested in this course tells me that you know that already, and you know that there's new things coming out and new ways to market and new things to put out that are going to help you with your program. Well, this is what it is. This is what the work entails. I told you when we started this journey together, it is going to take work, right? There is a reason why marketing agencies charge thousands of dollars to help businesses with their marketing, because it is a lot of work. But guess what? The work works, right? If you actually do the work, it's going to work. So get to work, do your market research, come up with 5 unique sells, come up with an amazing tagline, and really just feel confident knowing that maybe it's not going to look perfect at the beginning. Maybe maybe you'll take maybe a few more weeks to complete this module, and that's fine. It's okay. It's not a race. Like, you're not winning anything at the end of the module, right? I just want you to understand that, you took the step because you needed to up-level your marketing, when a lot of other childcare directors saw the offer but didn't really click to buy, right? So the fact that you're here tells me that there's something different you should be doing and you just don't know what to do. So I am giving you the plan. I am showing you exactly what you have to do. So download the worksheet, print it out, open it in your Google Docs if you want to, and just get to work. Implement. There's no point in you listening to me ramble on and share all these things if you're not going to go home after and just implement these things and then go to work and do this in your business, right? So this is foundational work. Marketing starts here. Once we get clear on what the offer is, then aligning everything after that together like a beautiful string of pearls is going to be so much easier for us. But it all starts here, okay? So get to work.